Bitcoin has continued to go down even during this Easter break. How do we plan for this? What are the best altcoins to do? And where do we see the market going? I'm going to attempt to answer all these questions. I'm going to give you 5 best cryptos that I'm looking at, 2 that I'm looking at for steep discounts, and 3 to stay away from. First of all, I want to tell you how I find the cryptocurrencies that I look for to be the best of the best. The first thing I do every day is I look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still the king, and even if you don't care about Bitcoin, if you're doing into the charts, you really want to have a look at Bitcoin just to see what's happening at there so you can have an idea, because the alts should follow Bitcoin. If the alts don't follow Bitcoin, then it's either very bad or very good. Generally speaking, it's very good if they follow Bitcoin, but you will see plenty of altcoins that do their own thing. So this is the old saying. I've been doing this YouTube channel for about 6 months now, and there'll always be a group of people out there who say, of course crypto's down, Bitcoin's down, of course it's up, Bitcoin's up. You need to see what altcoins are doing in respect to Bitcoin's movement. So let's have a few examples here just to see. So let's just talk about 2022 for now, and we'll see how we can use this strategy for the altcoin. If we have a look at Bitcoin, we had the low on the 24th of January. So that would be right here at around 32, call it 33K roughly on the 24th of January. Then we had the Russian and Ukraine invasion on the 24th of February. And then of course we had a bit of a sideways, bit of a test, some high sell-offs you can see on the volume here around, call it March 10th. So this was another test in the market, but you can see, of course, lows got higher. So we got lower highs, we got higher lows, and eventually started to have a bit of a breakout. We had a mini altcoin season before ultimately coming back down. So we need to see which altcoins are following this pattern with a high in January, a higher high in February, and a higher high in March. That is the pattern we're looking for. Of course, we can always go a bit deeper and look at volume and see how the fib tools and the trends and things like that. We can always make the model more complicated, but complicated doesn't always mean better. Let's just look at this pattern from January, from February, from March. We've got 3 months of data to see how the altcoins are stacking up to them. That's how I do it. So let's have a look at Ethereum. Same thing, right? Let's have a look at Ethereum, and you can see there's the low on January 24th, and then February 24th, exactly, you had the low here, and then you had the low on the 7th of March, in this case for Ethereum. So you got higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. Again, mini altcoin season around this area here, and then we've had the dump, and now we're testing on the 50% at around $2,869. Let's have a look at total market cap 1, and you will see all the same patterns again. So we had total market cap 1, low on the 24th of Jan, low again 24th of Feb, and then again the test, and then again mini altcoin season. Let's look at total market cap 2, you will see the same thing. My drawings are from previously as well, so let me just delete that quickly, and you will see right here, again, January, February low, March test, and now we're getting the pullback. Same thing with total market cap 3. So we're gonna look at January and February being the big months for the alts and seeing which alts actually held up during that time. So let's have a look at my first one, which is FTT. This is by far probably the best altcoin I've been able to see so far, simply because it's relatively low risk in terms of cryptocurrency land. Again, we're talking here. Sam Bankman-Fried, the person who founded FTX, is a genius. He's a very, very nice person as well. And a lot of people have high hopes for FTX being the next Binance. I did a video on it. I really love this coin. It has really, really good fundamentals, and it's playing out on the chart pretty well. So again, low on the 24th of January, look at the dip. So it dipped low and closed very high. So if I zoom in, you can see there's the close on the right end pointing there. So all got sold, all got bought back up and closed, got some higher highs. And then here's February 24th. So you can see again, a dump above average volume, closed low, closed strong on the right side there that you can see. But you can see there's January 24th and there's February 24th. And then again, you can see roughly March 7th to the 10th, roughly, you will see that there wasn't much selling happening with FTT or FTX. It held up extremely well and was able to do it. And then we have the pullback now, which has gone from about 28th of March. We've had the pullback, broke out 50% at $42 at the moment, so we don't know where we're going to go. And I want to stress the importance of this. We don't know where the market is going. If you're a long-term hodler, you can just buy FTT, I'm sure, and it will do fantastic. It's not financial advice, but I'm sure it will. But if you're a trader, it's really hard to find good opportunities at the moment, because you could buy right now and it could pull back down to the 2.5 mark at $36 and around that February 24th low, then to the January 20 low. It just depends where's your entry price and secure it. But at the moment, you can see if we look at this big picture out, I mean, FTT is looking very, very good, because not only has it proven itself in 2022 on the weekdays, 2022 has been a bit of a weak year overall for crypto. So a lot of cryptos are bleeding out, but the ones that are holding well should theoretically do well in the next bull market. That's what happened with Solana. Solana actually held up really, really good in the bear market mid last year and did very, very well in the second half of last year, around that November period, when it went from like $50 all the way to like 200. And then you can see here on FTX, we're still a massive, over 100% away on FTX. So if you were to hodl this thing, You know, that's 100% return right there. That's the beauty of crypto. The thing is, can you handle those emotions of up and down? Maybe it goes against you. Maybe you secure your entry and it goes down 10% against you, 20% against you. The thing I like about FTX is that from the low where it is at the moment, or from the price it is at the moment to the low in January 24th, 23%. So you have to think how much support there is at the February 24th low, at the March low, and the January 24th low. That's what I love about coins like this that are very, very strong. They've got very, very, very strong support areas, whereas other cryptos, and I'll show you at the end of the video how they look when they have just no support coming to them. So let's look at number 2. This is DeFi chain. This is another one that's done very, very well. So again, you'll notice the theme here, January 24th low, then you had February 24th low here, and then you had the March area where we had a bit of a test, a bit of a churn, and then of course it did very, very well, tested beautifully on that 50% at, call it $3.90, pulled back up, and it hasn't broken down as bad as some other alts. You can still, it's still holding well in that March 28th period. You'll see a lot of coins pull back, but for now, anyway, DeFi has actually been able to only go down 12%, which is not that bad. Now, it's not to say you can't keep going lower, you can't test this 50% area, and then, you know, with the next 50% area would probably be around there at $3.54. Not to say that, of course, anything can go. But again, it comes down to your approach. How long do you want to hold it? What's your price predictions? What's your profit targets? Things like that. These are all things that help with your entry and exit. The only thing I don't like about this coin is that we're still not that far from the high that we put in December. So you can see your risk to reward ratio is about 40% for a 40, call it almost 50% downside at worst case. It's not really the best. So look for the pullback on this DeFi, but what I like about this is that it's proven itself for this cycle. So wait for the pullback. Maybe you want to snag some up, but these are very, very tough times to make short-term trades. So you want to really be looking more long-term and going long with these positions. But these are just identifying what are the best altcoins. That's all we're doing today, is just saying what has pulled far the most and not retracing the most, but still having a bit of a retracement so we can snag up some nice prices. That's the goal right now. We have a look at Pirate Chain. I did a video on this, and again, it's done very, very well. So you can see low got put in January 24th, and then we had February 24th there is the low, and then we had the Marchish period. This continued to go up during March, which was a big hint that this was going to do very well. So while we saw other charts that were churning around March period, but it actually did very, very well in March, got to a pretty good level, but now it's pulled back, and look for the 50% at $1.52 or call it 53 for some support. Again, it's not to say it can't break, but you've got these areas of support for it to fall back on. Of course, once it breaks it, we don't know what's going to happen, but Pirate Chain looks really good because we still do have a lot of areas for growth for this one. So we've got about, really where you want to draw your lines horizontally, you've got 60% around there, you've got probably 100% there, you've probably got about 140% at $4. If you really want to go to the all-time high on, you've got about 190% increase from where it currently is at the moment. But again, these are not going to be returns that you might not even get this year. 2022 might just be a sideways year. But what we're looking for is what has pulled away the most, because most cryptos haven't pulled away that much or are retracing to previous levels. What you're looking for are the ones that are still finding good levels away from the low they put in at January 24th. That's what we're doing today. Then we have a look at ETC. This is another one you can see clean and cut right through the 50%. Should be a little bit worried with Ethereum Classic, but again, let's just look at the themes here. January 24th low, February 24th low, and then you had Marchish before absolutely going insane in just a few days. Put the top in at $52.66. Wasn't able to find support at the 50%, so that would be this area here. So it's looking a little bit weak at the moment, and we'd be looking at obviously this area for support, so that would come in somewhere around $32. Ultimate support at the 2.5 mark at $29. I shouldn't say ultimate support, but pretty severe support coming there. Worst case scenario, $21. Depends if you want to wait for that or not. Maybe the opportunity passes you by. But again, all we're looking for is what are the strong cryptocurrencies? What are the ones that's pulled ahead during that January period? Because most cryptos, and I'll show you the chart, put in the low on February 24th. Some put the low in March. Some of them are still putting in lows, and I'll show you some examples. Let's have a look at EGLD. I did a video on this one. I said it's probably gonna go insane in a couple of weeks. I don't think it is anytime soon. Unfortunately, crypto just had a bad run in the last few weeks, unfortunately, but I still love this coin because, again, it looks really good on a chart. So there's a low, January 24th or 22nd in this case. 24th still had a heavy sell-off, but managed to find people gobbling it up. And then you had the low on February 24th. Now, it doesn't look as good as some of the other charts that you can see, but it's still a higher high. And then you can see around that March period, you can still see higher high, higher low, higher low, higher low, ultimately getting a very, very nice run up at the 50%. Before not being able to find support on there, breaking down to the 2.5 mark at the moment. And it looks like we're breaking these levels at the moment. And so we'll be finding some support maybe around that $135-ish mark. Ultimate support coming somewhere probably around here, So that would be around here at $120, call it. That should be a very big area of support for EGLD. It's not to say it can't go past that. I want to stress that it can go it. But what we're trying to do is have a bit of a game plan, right? Where do I want to see it going? Where don't I want to see it going? Again, if you're just hodling this thing long term, this doesn't matter to you, right? You can break through this and you're still going to hold it for 6 months and you'll go back. You can see with EGLD that you've still got a very, very nice profit to be had. Because if we go to the 50% target, that's 140%. That's if you go for that $300 mark. If you want to get a bit more greedy at the 625 mark, 152%. If you want to go to the 875 mark at $483, that's a 240% increase. If you want to go for the all-time high, 280% increase. Maybe you want to hodl it, see how high it can go, up to you. It's your money, you can do what you'd like. But that's how I would approach your risk to reward ratio. So the downside to ultimate support's about 17%, 50% targets around $300. Very, very good profit if it managed to go to near the all-time high, 240% increase. Pretty good odds, right? Let's have a look at the two cryptocurrencies that I'm looking at for steep discounts. So first one is Luna. I've been talking about Luna for a while, and I said that it's looking really weak. So if we have a look at Luna, and let's just go in. When I was looking at Luna was this area here. So look at the volume bar, and you can see going from about March 12th, March 11th, that would be that area here. It was going sideways on no volume. I thought it was going to crash. It didn't. Ended up getting a decent push on decent volume. So that would be here. But ultimately the volume was just dying off. You can see it got to the all-time high around that $104 mark-ish. And then the volume just died right off. And this is why you should always take your profits. As soon as I saw that no volume coming in with Luna, I knew bad things were going to happen to Luna soon. Like I said, it surprised me a little bit because it managed to get a decent push up, but again on low volume. I knew it was only a matter of time. Managed to get the pullback down, and I'm looking for the 50% target at $62 to pick up some really good Luna. Luna is a very, very good cryptocurrency that I would really love to have on my side in the next bull run, because let's just say it gets even to its all-time high. That's about a 90%, return. That's how easy it can be, right? You put your 50%, buy it at 50%. It's not to say it can't go against you, because you could have probably bought at the 50% somewhere around here. It would have gone against you, like, oh my God, what did I do? But it managed to pull back up, right? So it just depends how you want to hold your coin. What's your risk tolerance? How long do you want to keep it? What's your profit target? Things like that. But I want to stress that, you can have calls and get them wrong, but it can reverse later on, or things like that. We have to be patient with the market and take it day by day, week by week, month by month as it comes and unfolds for itself. But at the moment, it's a downtrend with Luna. I'm looking at the $62 mark for a support. It can go against me, absolutely. But I'm having a look because I still see an easy 90% return for Luna should I be able to scoop some up, and I would hold Luna. I really wouldn't sell it even if it went against me, because I really, really love Luna personally. Next one up, no surprise, should come to AVAX. This is another one that I really love. I've been waiting a very, very long time for this crypto to get to its all-time high again. It hasn't been able to do it, but you can see a massive area of basically churn and just going sideways a little bit, basically going from about start of January to start of 2022. Good news is that it has very, very, very big support. You can see in that chunk there, very, very big support. And that's what you're looking for. But again, you can see January low, February low, and then you had that Marchish period, and then it still managed to get up on those days. So it was looking very strong. Pulled back 50%, broken at $73.50. I still think it's a fantastic price. Again, not to say it can't go against you. You can go down to the 375 mark at $55.13. But from where it is now, near the all-time high, you're looking at 80% increase, maybe 96% increase if you want to go for the all-time high, 102%. That's how easy it can be. You're waiting for the steep discounts on those really good blue chip cryptos that won't go against you too bad. Again, it's not to say it can't go against you. It can go against you. It can, 25% it can go against you. But you have to think about how much support it has around these areas here, that should it go against you, there'll be a lot of smart money picking it up there and there and there. Unless things look really, really drabby and bad, then you might just want to go along with it or cut your losses depending on, again, what you're looking for in the market. Then I'm going to show you three cryptos that have broken down really, really bad that you're not looking for these ones. So this first one is Phantasma. This one I really liked early on in the year, but it's broken down pretty bad. I was actually talking about this one a lot on my channel, saying that it looked pretty good, but you can just see basically in January, it just clean cut right through it. 10% loss in a day. 25% loss in a day. Perfect rejection at the 50%. So you can see the 50%. Perfect rejection there. And unfortunately, just a downtrend. So you can see there's the low on January 24th. There's the low on February 24th. There's the low in March. And now we're even getting even lower low, as we head into April as well. So looking weak, not the best cryptocurrency to really be looking at the moment. Anyone who recommends this, I would strongly disagree with, just until the trend, until it bucks the trend, all right? Until we see a trend play out where we're like, okay, this is, now we're looking at maybe a break through that trend. Maybe I'll start reconsidering it. But like I said, I just showed you so many cryptos that look better. Why would you bother with Phantasma? This is the way I just look at the charts. Have a look at Phantom. This is another one, right? Had the low in January. So let's have a look. There's January low, January 23rd-ish, 22nd. Then you had February 24th low. and then you had the March 16 low, and now we're testing that low again in March on the 18th of April, or roughly around right now. So, it's not to say you can't find support there and shoot right up, and that would have been the bottom, and you could have made an awesome return at 220%, maybe. But at the moment, you're going against the trend, and it's looked really, really weak. Again, I've showed you heaps and heaps of charts. I've showed you other cryptos that haven't looked that bad. It's all about hedging your bets and having a good feel of risk and understanding risk and where to apply your capital. And the last one is Akomi. So look at Akomi. That was a big bad breakdown that I did a video on. January 24th-ish low, so that would be this sort of area here, was looking a bit choppy, got absolutely dumped on. Then you had February 24th low, got bought back up, but again, couldn't hold it, downtrend, and then you got the down again on March, and now we're getting even some level of support, maybe a little bit here. But like I said, it's just, this is not the way to invest your money, is to be looking at charts that have completely broken down, hoping they've bottomed out to get your massive good return. You're not looking for that. You're looking for the ones that have proven themselves, because the strength of an altcoin isn't shown on the strong days, it's shown on the weak days. Because when everything's being sold off and there's a lot of fear in the market, there's a reason why those cryptos like FTX, ETC, EGLD, there's a reason why people aren't selling them, because they're holding them for the next bull run. And that's exactly what happened to Solana. It's not to say they're going to be the next Solana, but this is what you're looking for. That's how I'm looking for those strong cryptos. So I hope I did a good job explaining what I'm looking for in it. Again, if you're trading and you're holding for a couple of weeks, maybe you want to look at some support and resistance areas. What's your risk tolerance? What are you willing to lose? If you're going long, it doesn't even matter. You're just going to buy these cryptos. Potentially, it's not financial advice, and you're just going to hold them and maybe wait for the next bull run. Maybe it happens in 2022. Maybe it happens in 2023. We don't know. All we have to do, like I said, is take it day by day, week by week, and see how it comes and how it plays out. But for now, that's going to do it for this video. I hope it helped. If it did, let me know in the comment section below. But until then, everyone, stay safe out there, and I will catch you on the next video.